Hey guys, Morgan's Maintenance. Today I got a tool review for a product from a company that I don't have one single product from. This is the very first one, and that's Occidental Leather. I know a lot of people swear by them. They love them. They have their tool pouches, their tool belts, their suspenders. You guys can let me know below if you're big Occidental fans, if you like their products. And I saw this on Real World Tool Reviews, great channel. The guy goes around a lot of estate sales, picks up vintage USA tools, but he also just buys tools too. He's got a lot of tool reviews. Yeah, check it out if y'all haven't seen him yet. Pretty good channel. I saw this on there, and whenever I saw it, I thought, man, that's kind of what I've been looking for a few specific jobs that I do pretty often, and I only need very few things. And this is the Occidental Pouch 5523. And what that is, it's their clip-on 4-in-1 tool and tape holder. So it's a tape measure holder along with a few tools, and it depends on what tools you want to hold, whether or not it will work. Now, normally for a small pouch, if you've been watching the channel at all, you know I like my MP1, but I like to use this for like electrical and maintenance type work, or whenever I'm putting in several screwdrivers, maybe some strippers, a couple pairs of pliers, that kind of a job. I love this pouch. But I'm not a big fan of the Vito tape measure clips on my bags or on my pouches for a tape measure. I do like this for my installation driver belt clip, but a lot of times I actually like to even put a tool in here, which makes it to where you can't really clip your tape measure on and off. But I just never have been a fan of putting tape measures on the pouches and on the bags. It just sticks out too far. But again, I didn't want to use this for the jobs that I'm about to tell you that I'm going to use this for. So basically what I'm going to use this for is for drywall, hanging drywall, also installing LVT like glue down and click floor, where it's the kind that you just snap and score. You don't have to have knives and all that kind of, or saws or all those kinds of things like that. And then also acoustical grid ceiling tiles, especially the reveal edge tiles. I don't need a lot of tools in order to do those, and pretty much it's the same exact tools other than hanging drywall. I'm going to need a drywall gun and some screws, but I'm going to need a tape measure, which I wanted to carry this Fat Max, the Stanley Fat Max, but this is what I'm going to tell you up front. First thing that I noticed whenever I got this, you can see in this picture here, they've got a 30-foot tape in there. It looks like it's one of those like Stanley power tapes. And then also the other pictures online, they've got a 30-foot tape in there. There is no possible way out of the box you're going to get a 30-foot tape in here. I mean, I tried every tape measure I have, and I couldn't get any of my 25 footers in there. I couldn't get a 16 footer in there. And again, this is the one I wanted in there. So I started trying to wedge it in there, and I kept sticking it in there, and I started wedging stuff around it, my beard comb, my butter knives in the house, whatever I could, and would leave it overnight, do all sorts of things. I have finally got it to where it fits in there pretty good. It's still snug, but it's kind of where I want it to be. Maybe I'd like it a little looser, but I'm gonna wait and see how it wears in. I don't want it to be too loose. And again, it's coming in and out pretty good now. It's gonna look a lot harder because I'm holding it with this hand and pulling up. There's not a lot of, if it's clipped onto something, it's a lot different. But I could probably get it to go a little, like if I push it way down in there, sometimes it gets hard to get out, but it's still coming in and out pretty good. So just know up front, if you buy this, you're not fitting a 30-foot tape in there. You can barely fit a 25-foot tape in there. This 25-foot fast cap fits in there real nice now. That's probably how I want it to fit, but I want to use my Fat Max. So I'm going to keep working on it, get it to go. That's the good thing about leather. You can eventually get it where you want it to. So I know it's going to get there eventually. So I need a tape measure. And again, I don't like using the clips on those Vitos. And then I'm also going to need Phillips 2 screwdriver. I like to have that when I'm hanging drywall, so that if my screw gun in the corners doesn't put something in all the way, I can just put a couple more turns, or, I don't get one set far enough and it's easier just to kind of hit it with the screwdriver real fast. Or if you miss, sometimes coming in reverse with a drywall screw gun's a big pain, but if you got a screwdriver on you, you can back it out and start twisting out with your finger. I like to always take care of it while I'm hanging it instead of doing it while I'm mudding. And then you're going to need a pencil. So again, I got my Pica. It's going to fit over here. Now this over here in the picture, they show a lumber crayon is what they've got in here. So that's kind of what you can go. But just to give you an idea, the head of this screwdriver, or this part of the screwdriver right here, fits down in there pretty much perfect. And that's just your Klein, USA legacy screwdriver that fits down in there. So you could fit maybe some other stuff down in there as well. This is actually made for a carpenter pencil. And whenever I first started the Pica, so this is another one you'd have to work on if you want a Pica. That's about as far as I could get it in there whenever I first started, but I've been working on it too. And now I've got it to where it is seating all the way down in there. So now I got my Pica pencil, my screwdriver, and I'm also going to need my drywall knife, which I like to use a fixed blade knife whenever I'm doing flooring or drywall or anything where I'm going to actually use the knife to do the work. I don't like sitting there opening and closing. You know, I don't want to use my fast back and have to sit there and fling it open 400 times in one day. But you got to be careful with this. You know, that's why they give you like a sheath like this. This is the Delphin 03. I really like this one. I like the weight. I like the curve. I can get good leverage with it. But I think they only have a 2-pack of these on Amazon now. Used to, I bought this singularly, but I think they have a 2-pack. I'll put the price up here for it. But I really like this knife. Comes with the sheath here. You know, I could put this in my MP1 and that would protect it from cutting the bag and all that stuff. But again, I just don't like using the tape measure on these. And the good thing about this one is it's got it built in. It's got this plastic case up here, so I can just basically put my knife straight in there. It's protecting that leather, and it's even got a spot for a number 2 pencil if you carry a number 2, so you could have that. So again, it's just a few tools. You could swap out what you want to do here. I mean, this one pretty much is going to be a tape measure. You could swap this out. You know, if you wanted to carry some pliers and some screwdrivers, you could easily get a couple screwdrivers in here and a pair of pliers and a tape measure if that's what you carry. It depends on what jobs you do. And then also, this thing is not permanently in there. It snaps in with a clip, so you can slide that in and out as well. So if you want to put something in here and you don't like the sound of the plastic, you know, beating and banging around with a pair of pliers or something, if you got it in there, you can remove that and probably fit you a couple of something down in there. But yeah, that's the Occidental Leather Pouch, the 5523. Just know ahead of time you're going to have to work on this. It's got a 2-inch belt clip. Seems pretty strong. I'm basically going to either clip that onto my Klein belt and work whenever I don't want to wear my Atlas vest. So like if I'm just doing hanging drywall and I only need these tools, you know, that's the beauty of this, is it saves me from really, because again, I got a thing I could put a tape on. I could put my knife on something else, but then, you know, you do everything singularly on a belt, it starts adding up. You're going to look like Batman with a utility belt. But, you know, if you can just put those main tools right there in that one spot, and then you got your drywall gun or something like that, that's going to be nice. But I can also still clip this on my Atlas 46 vest and use it on there as a pouch as I want to. I can also clip this on the belt on my pants if I don't want to wear anything except this. So I think it's going to work well. You guys let me know in the comments below if you've got this one, how well it's held up, and if your tape measure thing breaks in better over time. I'd really like to know that. I think it's going to. I think it's going to be all right. I was kind of worried about it at first. I'm just going to be honest with you. I thought, man, this is crap. It's no tape measure is really going to fit in there. I thought I was going to have to carry a little 9-inch DeWalt or 9-foot DeWalt or something rather with me. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think about it, or if you also have Occidental leather pouches or something else similar like this that you use. Comment that down below as well. But hope this was useful. You guys stay safe. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you on the next video.